Check it. Check it. Multistrada V4S. Could she be the ultimate urban weapon? Tell you, this is a very flexible machine. It can do pretty much anything. Ah, it's so good being on this bike. You feel like the king of the road. Awesome turning. There's only 2 weak spots, and there was one just there. The change from second to first is a shocker, and the brakes are a bit weak. And everyone keeps saying, well, get the Pikes Peak. Only problem with the Pikes Peak, I've never ridden one, I will ride one, but I reckon, because I've got the M1000R, and soon enough I'm going to have the Street Fighter, do I really need another kind of sports focused V4, or should I go with the flexibility that this more all-round tool presents me? So I suspect I'll stay with this, with the slightly bigger front wheel, because I actually have had this in some pretty dark places. You can go back and see my 3-part series when I was touring around on this. I'm not sure a Pikes Peak would have done the job. There's a fair bit of Sunday morning traffic around, and I feel quite safe being up high and on this rather large beast of a machine in these sort of conditions. I'm not in a hurry, so I don't have to filter. Just want to cruise. Love it. Oh, it's such a great machine to be on this. I keep sort of flipping and flopping between, you know, which is my favourite bike. The Multi, the MR, the Multi, the MR. In fact, I recorded a video where I haven't even actually edited it yet or produced it, but I recorded a video where I gave the greatest of all time title to the MR over the Multi. I actually overrode Ali's decision and gave the chocolates to the MR, but then I get back on this again. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I flip and I flop. I can't split them. And now we're bringing a Street Fighter into the mix. Oh God, I'm going to be confused. I'll say one thing: when you are slightly hungover, as I currently am, this is the bike to be on. Just feel a bit more relaxed and cruisy. The thing about the Multistrada that kind of gets me is, I mean, I like the looks of this bike, okay, but it does look like a big kind of cumbersome dad tourer, and it's hard for people probably to understand when I say this is an exciting, engaging, awesome bike, possibly the greatest of all time. It's pretty hard to get your head around that. You got to ride it. You have to ride it to understand what I'm talking about. It kind of gives you the best of everything. But it's just the master stroke that is the way this V4 is tuned for this particular application. It's what works. That's what makes it work. That and the way they've managed to distribute weight on the motorcycle that gives you this handling profile that's just really, 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 really good. And they've packed in all this torque low in the rev range without it being crazy like a Super Duke. It's the Goldilocks. They're just right. Look at that. I'm out in the open, Sunday morning. Check out that view. Unbelievable. The fresh air in my face. And all these people are cruising around in their steel cages, and they're missing out. They're missing out. That's why I love countries like in Asia, a lot of the Asian countries where motorcycling is a thing, and obviously it's a thing for different reasons. But man, you're all missing out. All of you, you're mad. I mean, these guys in their cages. They go around a corner like this. It's boring. when you're on this, even at this speed, this is fun. Get on two wheels, guys. I've got the CBD behind me, the wonderful bridge coming up in front of me. It looks magnificent this morning. And all these douchebags are sitting in their cages, missing out on this experience, this freedom, the fun. I'm the only motorcycle out. Look, it's all cars. So dumb. Look at this. He'll walk up there, by the way. Walk up to the top along the side. There's that bridge. Check it out. Anyway, I suppose the point is, if you have a preconceived idea about adventure bikes, the multi-strata itself, and when you see people like me rave how good they are, you think, oh yeah, you're probably just saying that in the context of adventure bikes. Do yourself a favour, even if you're a Panigale or an S1000RR or a Jigsaw Bro, do yourself a favour, get a few hours aside on a Saturday or a Sunday, pop down to your local Ducati dealer and get a test ride, and have a test ride not just around the traffic, but out into some slightly faster or twisty roads, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, don't let your preconceived ideas sort of dictate the thought that this is a dad bike, because it's not. It's a wicked, fun performance machine that can do it all, and it's sick. Way easier to ride than the Tuono, I can tell you that for free. Actually, the Tuono's kind of an advanced rider bike, I reckon. And unlike the other bikes I've got, as I carve through the Sydney potholes, which are well documented on my videos, I hardly feel them on this. It's just bob, 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 just carves them up. I'm not disappearing into the core of the earth on this. This is the pothole muncher. You would need one mighty sized pothole to trouble this thing. It'd have to be a meteor. Wouldn't it be freaky if, as I said that, I actually got hit by a meteor? That'd freak me out. That'd really freak me out. Pretty unlucky. Here we go. Easy enough to find neutral. Look at that. Bang, hill hold. So good. All of the mod cons. All of the features. I wonder if there is a way though to make adventure bikes look really cool. I don't think any manufacturer has nailed the perfect motorcycle just yet. Like, there's a lot of very, very close attempts. Now the MR is a great example of a bike that's nearly perfect. Okay, it is nearly perfect, but of course it's got those vibrations that people talk about. A few high-speed wobbles as well have been reported, and just that inline four just still lacks a little bit of excitement factor. So it's close but not quite there. And that direct throttle pre-Bren tune was just too twitchy, so close but no cigar. The Street Fighter, just its commuter down low manners aren't there yet. I'm sure Bren tune will fix that, but out of the box it's not perfect. This is probably the closest bike to perfect that I've ridden. Okay, this would be the closest bike to perfect, and the only thing that really, if you're going to mark this down, you'd probably mark it down for just us. It still looks like a dad bike. Its second to first shift down is no good, and its brakes. So it's so close to perfect. Now that's where maybe maybe I do have to consider the Pikes Peak. Maybe that's the perfect bike. But a few of my subscribers telling me to give it a crack. Maybe I will. Maybe I ask Fraser's for a Pikes Peak for the weekend and give it a crack. But I'm yet to find the perfect bike. It's my quest. I'm going to make it my lifelong quest to find the perfect bike. I play a lot of guitars, and I've got a guitar collection, and I have been trying to find the perfect guitar for my whole life, and I reckon I found it last year. I found a 355 Gibson that was the Noel Gallagher tribute guitar, and I reckon that's my perfect guitar. It's got everything I need. It does everything I admire in a guitar. And if you want to hear it, I'll play some recordings later with that guitar, because as you know, all the music you hear on this channel is mine. It's all original, even though on my YouTube videos, every single one of them where I've got my music, it says copyright claim. So like I'm breaching copyright, I'm using someone's music. Yeah, well, the music I'm using is mine. So I actually wrote to YouTube and asked them to let me use my own music. And look, there's a technicality. I think I've got to get approval from my music distributor, TuneCore, to write to YouTube to tell them, yeah, it is actually my music. So I've got to do that. But in the meantime, all my videos are copyright claimed, even though it's my music. I wrote it, I recorded it, it's all me. Which motorcycle is the Gibson ES 355 of motorcycles? And look, this is probably the closest at the moment. And I'm going to continue, but it's not perfect. So I'm going to continue my quest, and hopefully one day I will find the perfect bike. Which motorcycle can nail everything? Which one? Which is it? If you've got some ideas, put them in the comments, and I will go and ride them with a view to finding out where the Goldilocks motorcycle is hiding. That's all I got. See you later.